Hey guys, it's Sagar, and in this video, we are taking a look at the Mi 11X. This phone was launched as the Poco F3 in some parts of the world, and in some other parts, it was launched as the Redmi K40. But in India, Xiaomi has brought it as the Mi 11X. I have been using this phone for the last few days, and here is what I feel about it. Since I didn't upload its unboxing video when I got it, here's a quick look at what all do we get in the box. First off, there's the SIM ejection pin. Then there is some paperwork, USB-C to 3.5mm headphone jack adapter, transparent flexible TPU case, a 33W fast charger, USB Type-C to Type-A cable for charging and data transfer, and the phone itself. This is the Celestial Silver color, and I have the 8GB RAM variant, and it comes with 128GB of built-in storage. This particular variant is priced at 31,999 rupees. The 6GB RAM variant also comes with 128GB of internal storage, which is nice, and it starts at 29,999 rupees. You can get both these phones at a much lower price with a few bank offers right now. I will leave a link in the description section for its current price and available offers. This color is called Celestial Silver, but it gives you a rainbow-like effect. Do you remember the interstellar glow color that we got on the OnePlus 8? It looks like that, but with a frosted matte glass back, which is even better because it doesn't gather or show as many fingerprints. We get Gorilla Glass 5 both at the front and back. This phone doesn't only look premium, but it also feels premium when you hold it in your hands. The frame is painted to look like metal, but it is actually made of plastic. Recently, I have used and covered the Redmi Note 10 Pro and Note 10 Pro Max extensively, and design-wise, other than the rear camera module, I feel this Mi 11X looks and feels like those phones to a certain degree. It actually feels like the next iteration or refined version of those phones. This phone is a bit thinner than those two phones, and the back glass integrates more seamlessly with the frame, making it feel more premium when you hold it in your hand. I have average size hands, and it's not as narrow as the OnePlus 8T or the 9 Pro, or as compact as the Realme 8 Pro, so I don't think I will be comfortable using it with just one hand. Other than that, with a slight curve to the back and a subtle roundness to the frame, I really like how this phone feels in my hand. For the buttons and ports, on the right side we get the power button with a fingerprint sensor under it, and above it are the volume up and down buttons. I think this volume button moves around a lot and it is a bit too flimsy. At the top, there is a secondary noise cancelling microphone, IR blaster, and a secondary speaker grill. Left side of the phone is left plain without any buttons or ports. And at the bottom, we get the SIM tray, which can only hold 2 nano SIM cards, so there is no way to expand the storage on this phone. Then there's the USB Type-C port for charging and data transfer, main microphone, and the speaker grill. There is a third microphone at the back in this camera cluster, and this one comes in handy for audio zoom while you are recording videos with this phone. Coming to the display, it's a 6.67-inch AMOLED display with a resolution of 2400 by 1080 pixels. It gets 120Hz refresh rate and 360Hz touch sampling rate. With a peak brightness of 1300 nits, it can get very bright while viewing HDR content. And most people hear about the peak brightness being 1300 nits on this phone, 1200 nits on the Note 10 Pro, or 1000 nits on the Realme 8 Pro. They expect the display to be that bright all the time, but that is not the case. This peak brightness is only achieved when you are watching HDR content with the brightness set to maximum, and the typical peak brightness for non-HDR content is much lower than that, so just keep that in mind. The display supports HDR10+ content, HDR gaming, and it even has support for MEMC. Colors are vivid and pop out of the display, contrast ratio is excellent, viewing angles are also very good, so all in all it's an excellent display. On paper, this display might seem like the same on the Redmi Note 10 Pro, but when you put these two next to each other, the one on the Mi 11X just feels better in every way. Everything from the colors to brightness is better on the Mi 11X, and you will also notice how smooth it feels when you are using or just swiping over it. I am not sure if it is coming through over the video or not, but the display on the Mi 11X looks and feels better. There are two ambient light sensors on this phone. One gathers the brightness information so it can adjust the brightness levels when the auto brightness is on, and the other one senses the ambient color temperature and makes the changes to the white balance on the screen to give you accurate colors all the time. You might have heard about the True Tone display on iPhones. This is something like that. There is wideband L1 support, so you can view HDR videos on streaming services like Netflix and Amazon. The typical maximum brightness of the display is 900 nits, so it can get very bright outside even if you are not consuming HDR content. Speaking of consuming content, there are stereo speakers on this phone and they can get pretty loud. I don't think the output is exactly the same from both the speakers. I feel like the bottom speaker is a bit louder than the top one, but the overall experience is good. We also have support for Dolby Atmos, so you know these speakers sound really good. But don't take my word for it, have a listen yourself. The audio level on this phone is set to about 75 to 80%, and I'm recording this with my Rode shotgun microphone right into the camera. Now, we don't get a headphone jack on this phone, but Xiaomi is including a USB Type-C to 3.5mm headphone jack adapter in the box, so you can use your existing pair of earphones or headphones with this phone. It is, however, a separate accessory that you will need to carry all the time, so it is definitely not as convenient as having this port on the phone itself. We do have high-res audio support both for wired and wireless audio, so with a good pair of headphones on, you will get a very immersive audio listening experience. At the top of the display, there is a very small punch hole style camera cutout for the 20MP selfie camera. Even though it's an AMOLED panel, Xiaomi did not give us the in-display fingerprint sensor. We are still getting the physical fingerprint sensor under the power button on its side. Now I do agree that the physical fingerprint sensor is faster and more accurate than most of the in-display fingerprint sensors, but at this price point, Xiaomi could have easily managed to procure one of the good optical sensors to place under this display. Leave the unlocking method to a side for a moment and just look at how cool this unlocking animation is. This is a very small thing for any company to implement on the lock screen, but by just adding these little things, it makes the overall usage experience that much better. Which type of fingerprint sensor do you prefer? Physical one like on this phone, or the in-display one? Let me know in the comments. With that, let us move on to the internals. Xiaomi is trying to pack in as many flagship level specs in this Mi 11 as possible. It comes with Snapdragon 870 processor. This is a step up from the Snapdragon 865 and the 865 Plus, which powered most of the flagship smartphones of last year. It is coupled with Adreno 650 GPU, 6 or 8 GB of LPDDR5 RAM, which is again the best RAM available for phones right now, and 128 GB of UFS 3.1 storage. It also has support for 5G, but like with most of the recent 5G phones, only 2 bands are supported with this P11X. With all these internals, performance is the last thing that you will have to worry about while using this phone. Now it doesn't only score high on benchmarks, but it also provides a very good real-life performance. It has no issues opening and running everyday apps, and it can also keep many of them open in the background for when you want to come back to them. Thanks to the powerful processor and excellent GPU, you can even play heavy and demanding games on it without any issue. Now with long hours of gaming sessions, or while shooting a lot of 4K videos back to back, you will find the top portion of the back getting slightly warm. It is not overheating like the OnePlus 9 Pro or anything like that, because this doesn't happen with normal usage. The processor is bound to generate a bit of heat when you're pushing it too hard for a long time, and that is the reason it gets a bit warm, and it is perfectly fine. It comes with MIUI 12 out of the box, which is built on Android 11, and I have got a few updates since I got it, and right now it is running MIUI 12.5.1. Out of the box, refresh rate was set at 60Hz, so the first thing that I did was to switch to 120Hz. The user interface of this phone seems smooth and mostly lag and stutter free. I did not see any dropped frames or stutters like I occasionally saw on the Redmi Note 10 Pro and the Note 10 Pro Max, especially while switching between apps. MIUI on this phone is fairly customizable, and just like on other Xiaomi phones, you get features like dual apps, multi-window, dark mode and so on. You also get always on display. I like that when you turn it on, it stays on all the time and doesn't go off after 10 seconds like on some of the other phones that I have checked in the recent time. Xiaomi has included a very good X-axis motor, and they have integrated haptics throughout the user interface, so you get to feel the nice strong haptics every now and then, which makes the overall experience of using this phone that much better. You can turn these haptics off if you don't like them, or you can control the intensity via this slider. Xiaomi has promised that we won't see any ads on this Mi 11X, which is really nice. There is now less bloatware pre-installed on this phone, but we still can't uninstall most of these apps, as Xiaomi promised that we would be able to do with MIUI 12.5. I was told that we will be able to do that after a few more updates. You get the Google dialer on this phone, so you can record your phone calls, but the person on the other end of the line will be notified about it. It supports carrier aggregation and Wi-Fi calling, and the cellular reception on this phone is pretty good, at least with my Jio SIM. It gets Wi-Fi 6, so if you have one of the newer routers which support it, you will get a much better Wi-Fi signal. For 5G, it supports just 2 and 77 and 78 bands. For navigation, it has L1 and L5 frequency for GPS. It also has support for Navic, AGPS and GLONASS, so Xiaomi tried to make sure that you won't get lost while using this Mi 11X. I've seen many people complain about the proximity sensor on this phone and even on the Redmi Note 10 Pro and the Note 10 Pro Max. But for me, it has been working fine for 100% of my calls, so I really don't see what the fuss is all about. Here you can see that I have an incoming call, and as I pick it up, you can see that the screen turns off when the phone is up to my ears. I just wanted to address this. I'm sure some people might be facing a few issues, but I have not found it to be a problem on any of my recent Xiaomi or Redmi phones. It packs in a 4520 mAh battery, and it is enough to power this phone for a day. This is mostly thanks to the power efficiency of the Snapdragon 870 processor. On a full charge, it gives me a screen on time of about 6.5 or 7 hours with moderate usage and always on display turned on. This of course goes down a bit if I play a lot of games on any particular day. To juice it up, we get the same 33W fast charger that comes with the Redmi Note 10 Pro and the Note 10 Pro Max. Xiaomi says that it can take the phone from 0 to 50% in 19 minutes and from 0 to 100% in just 53 minutes. I did my own testing and found these times to be actually 22 minutes and 59 minutes respectively on my Mi 11X. This is not exactly the fastest charging speeds that we have seen on any phone, but it is not really bad either. Now coming to the cameras is where I see Xiaomi cutting the biggest corners to keep the price of this phone where it is. It gets 48 megapixel Sony IMX582 sensor as its main camera. And even at the 30,000 rupees price point, you don't get OIS on this camera. Next, there is an 8 megapixel sensor with ultra-wide angle lens, and finally, there is the 5 megapixel telemacro camera. Frankly, looking at the specs, I am a bit disappointed with these cameras. Even the Redmi Note 10 Pro Max comes with a 108 megapixel camera, and the regular Note 10 Pro comes with a 64 megapixel one. We should have at least got the 64 megapixel main sensor, if not the 108 megapixel one. Or if not that, the wide camera should have got a better sensor, because right now it seems to be the same one as the Note 10 Pro and the Note 10 Pro Max. Now, although this processor is more than capable of supporting 4K 60fps video capture, the main camera sensor on this phone actually limits it from shooting 4K videos at 60fps. 4K 30fps is the max resolution that we can shoot in. I was not able to take a lot of images with this phone yet, but from what little images I already have, I feel that we should not judge this camera on its megapixel count alone. ISP on this processor makes sure that we get good detailed looking and balanced images with natural looking colors. Just like on the Redmi Note 10 Pro and Note 10 Pro Max, I am again a huge fan of the macro camera on this phone. This is one of those rare times when I am posting a full review before uploading its detailed camera review. That is because I have been using this phone for a few days, but due to the lockdown, I couldn't push its cameras as far as I would like to. But don't worry, now that the restrictions are eased down a bit, I am taking a lot of image and video samples even as you are watching this video, and very soon I will be posting a very detailed camera review of this Mi 11X. Once that video is up, I will leave a card to it on the top right corner of your screen and also link it in the description section. On its own, I feel the cameras on this phone are performing well, but I will obviously have to compare it with a few other phones to see where it stands against them. So if you look at the bigger picture, other than in the camera department, I feel that the Mi 11X is a very good phone. I am not saying that the camera is bad, but with every other spec resembling a flagship phone, Xiaomi should have given a bit more thought to the cameras. After all, it is one of the most important deciding factors for many people. Now to sum it up, even without the best set of cameras in its price range, I really like the Mi 11X as an overall package. It comes with a premium design which not only looks good but feels good too, bright AMOLED display with 120Hz refresh rate which gives a very smooth usage experience, amazing sounding stereo speakers with Dolby Atmos support combined with a bright AMOLED display means we never have a dull moment while consuming media. Snapdragon 870 processor and a powerful GPU which is bested only by the top of the line Snapdragon 888 processor ensures that the performance is always the best no matter what we are doing on this phone. Most of this is what we only find inside flagship smartphones. If camera is not what you seek the most in a smartphone, given everything else, you are going to love the Mi 11X if you decide to go for it. And as always, if you do decide to purchase it, I will really appreciate if you get it from the affiliate links in the description section. So that is it for this video guys. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed this video and subscribe to the channel for more quality tech videos like this. You can also check out some of the other videos from this channel. This has been Sagar and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care.